NSA advocates collective efforts by African countries. MCNM polls Spelling Bill 2025 Young Spellers set to shine, promote confidence, academic excellence. Sorting counting begin as Anambra governorship election ends. Edo police confirm arrest of suspects over murder of teenage boy. Good evening, this is the Network News on ITV. I am Charity Tanko from the Abuja Network Center, and I have from the Benin Network Center joining me is Daisy. Daisy, good evening.
Good evening, Charity. How's Abuja today?
Abuja is fine. You look beautiful tonight.
Thank you. So do you.
All right, from the Abuja Network Center, quickly, the Office of the National Security Advisor has described Africa as a decisive junction that must confront threat to security and stability holistically. The National Coordinator, National Terrorism, Adam State in Abuja. Defense correspondent John Tenner reports.
The fall of Muammar Gaddafi as the leader of Libya in 2011, according to security watchers, altered the peace and stability of most African countries, especially those located in the Sahel. As African countries persist in finding homegrown solutions to these threats, this high-level engagement by the Office of the National Security Advisor with the African Union provides a platform for more collaboration. The Office of the NSC, National Counterterrorism Center, stressed that no nation is safe until every nation is secure, calling for collective responsibility in tackling terrorism and violent extremism across the continent.
In September 2025, it may be recalled that the National Counterterrorism Center and the African Union Commission signed a memorandum of understanding to enhance cooperation on training, intelligence sharing, joint research, and exchange of expertise. This partnership underscores our shared belief that African challenges demand African-led solutions.
The African Union Ambassador for Political Affairs, Peace and Stability also emphasized that continental cooperation is the only way to safeguard Africa's future.
It is everyone's fight, and this is why we champion the fight together. So once again, we are reassured that the African Union will support you. The Peace and Security Council, present here, their experts, and some of the ambassadors here, we want to assure you that our goal is to use the tools that we have. And one of those tools is the African Standby Force. And the Standby Force is being operationalized at various levels within the 5 regions.
The engagement further re-echoes the need for Africa to look inward to provide solutions to its multiple and complex security threats. From Abuja, John Tenner, ITV News.
The Nigerian Senate has directed the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, and other relevant regulatory bodies to strictly enforce the ban on the packaging of high-strength alcoholic beverages in sachet formats beginning December 2025. The resolution followed the adoption of a motion sponsored by Senator Asuko Ekpeyon on the need to halt further extension of the phase-out of alcoholic beverages packaged in sachet formats. In his late debate, Senator Ekpeyon told the Senate that NAFDAC, in line with international best practices and after extensive consultations with industry stakeholders, has announced a phased ban on the importation, manufacture, and distribution of alcohol packaged in sachets.
As the deadline of December 2025 approaches, some manufacturing public health and potentially encourage prolonged proliferation and circulation of these products in harmful sachet packaging formats in our communities. further concerned that certain manufacturers who complied in good faith now suffer competitive disadvantages against those who continue to produce and distribute non-compliant formats, creating a distorted market environment and disincentivizing responsible industry behavior. Recognizing that excessive youth exposure to cheap, high alcohol content products packaged in sachet format contributes to addiction, impaired cognitive development, increased school dropout rates, road accidents, domestic violence, and other social vices.
Lawmakers who contributed to the debates further resolved that no additional extension should be granted beyond the current moratorium.
Excessive youth exposure to cheap, high alcohol content products packaged in sachets contributes to addiction, impaired cognitive development, and we add affective and psychomotor development, increased school dropout rates, road accidents, domestic violence, and other vices.
In his remarks, President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, described the Senate's position as a timely intervention to safeguard public health and youth welfare.
If we don't stop this extension, more people will continue to be harmed. It's a very harmful practice, putting alcoholic beverages in sachets. It's very easy for people to lick it as if they are licking sweets and all that, and then from there, a lot of people may have accidents. Some may be taking in poisonous and damaging items.
From Abuja, Charity Tanko, ITV News. The 2025 edition TN Pulse Spelling Bee has officially commenced. MTN CEO for a day and several additional prizes for teachers and schools.
The MTN Impulse Spelling Bee has been widely recognized as one of Nigeria's most anticipated educational competitions designed to inspire academic excellence, confidence, and creativity among students aged 9 to 15. The 2025 edition introduces a hybrid format that combines online participation with physical regional contests to ensure broader inclusion and equal representation across the country. Speaking to journalist Senior Manager Youth and Teen Segment, Temilolu Salako explained that the regional contest held in Ibadan, Enugu, and Abuja, representing the Southwest, Southeast, South-South, and North-Central zones respectively, will produce outstanding finalists who will advance to the grand finale in Lagos, where the overall champion will emerge.
Now we're in the north, looking for very good winners, and I will bring them all the way, all expense paid, to Lagos to come and compete at the grand finale to be the MTN CEO for a day, win 5 million naira, laptops, smartphones, schools, teachers as well. For that winner will also win tons and tons of gifts.
On his part, Senior Manager Customer Operations, North Customer Service, Chikaodi Ofebu, described the MTN Impulse Spelling Bee as more than just a competition. He said it serves as a platform for nurturing young leaders, promoting digital literacy, and rewarding academic excellence among Nigerian students.
Since it also started, we've had a lot of feedback from the teachers telling us of how students have suddenly taking interest in studying and increasing their English vocabularies and all that. And I mean, the confidence that they give the students.
Some of the to spoke to journalists expressed a appreciation for the opportunity to compete, describing the experience as both inspiring and rewarding.
and I'm so grateful that I'm finally and I've made it. I feel this in the way.
Network Center, day by.
Thank you, Charity. In our former Benin Network Center, residents turned out across Anambra State on Saturday to cast their votes in the 2025 governorship election. Accreditation and voting began smoothly in most polling units despite minor BVAS glitches. Several candidates, including Governor Chukwuma Soludo, Peter Obi, John Nwonsu, and Nicholas Ukachukwu, exercised their franchise. Some candidates raised concerns about vote buying and urged citizens to exercise their votes responsibly. Incumbent Governor Professor Chukwuma Soludo decried incidents of vote buying reported in some polling units in Inewi South, the Cook government area. Security was heightened across the state while the popular Onitsha Bridge was condoned off by security agencies with no vehicular or human movement in sight. Meanwhile, INEC has so far uploaded over 93% of results from the Anambra State governorship election to its results viewing portal. And as Anambra people throng the polling centers on Saturday to elect their governor for the next 4 years, political watchers are expressing reservations over their process supervised by the new INEC boss, Professor Joash Amupiton. Efoso Wangwe has details.
The up-cycle election in Anambra State is being contested by over 10 political parties, and it is the first election the new INEC chairman, Professor Amupitan, is coordinating. Against this backdrop, the issue of whether or not he will leave above board has been the discourse in several fora. University Don Professor Anthony Jewere was of the opinion that the election is a litmus test for the new INEC chairman to enable Nigerians see if he's ready to assure them of free, fair, and credible election.
I expect that he should put things in place to be able to ensure that a new sheriff in town. There's no excuse of saying that he's still new on the job, therefore, we expect that there have to be some bottleneck. No, because of all the people government had in mind, they saw him as the most capable.
A civil society activist, Emmanuel Ogbidi, disagrees that the Anambra governorship election will be a litmus test for the new INEC headsman, believing that it is when he is able to pursue electoral reforms and conduct a free, fair, and credible election in 2027, then it can be applauded.
The litmus test we are giving to him is the electoral reforms before 2027. He should be able to push an electoral reform that makes electronic transmission of results mandatory.
Listeners on radio and viewers on television also contributed through phone calls.
Nigeria have been able with Boko Haram, killing people. If the other things are Muslim, look at what happened when they said the other day massacre. Look at what happened in John. If there are any ways those can come and help this country, it will come.
Politics Today is an audience participation program held simultaneously on ITV and radio every Saturday from 10:30 to 11:30 in the morning. From Benin, Efosa Wangwe, ITV News.
Edo State Police Command has clarified the status of suspects arrested in connection with the alleged kidnap and murder of a 12-year-old boy, Emiliano Egumbari, following a viral video of his mother, Sandra Egumbari, who claimed the suspects have been released. In the emotional video that has since sparked outrage online and a protest to the Edo State House of Assembly, Sandra narrated that her 18-year-old nephew, Tega Emajua, who had been staying with her in Benin City, took her son out of the house and failed to return with him. Crime correspondent Jolade Ojo reports.
The victim's mother, Sandra Egumbari, revealed that her 18-year-old nephew, Tega Emajua, who came from Warri to stay with her, confessed he had previously attempted to kidnap her son 4 times, with the 5th attempt sadly successful. According to her, a phone tracker led to the home of her nephew's mother, where further inquiries uncovered her son's lifeless body in a well, his hands and legs tied, and his chest slit open. The grieving mother alleged that, despite arrests made by the police, the suspects, including including her nephew, have been released.
We don't find the pikin. See, after 1 week, now police don't call us, say they see one pikin when they throw away put for a side where as my brother-in-law go check out for me again. Now we see say that pikin what would they fed? They don't tear his chest. Pikin when he put for house they feed, now carry my pikin go kill. So me no say don't go talk for my sister side. Say if they come, now 600, now go drive come. People they come and finish us, they go they bribe police with police, they say they bring 3 million pay the remaining 2 boys.
Reacting to the viral claim, Edo State Police Command, in a statement signed by its spokesperson, said the allegations were false, misleading, and unfounded. The command explained that the incident occurred on the 16th of September 2025 at Obage community in Ego local government area, and that the case was thoroughly investigated by the anti-kidnapping and cybercrime units, leading to the arrest of 3 suspects: 18-year-old Tega Emajua, 20-year-old Destiny, and 23-year-old Osanyade Vincent, who all made confessional statements. According to the police, the suspects remained in custody until they were charged to court on the 16th of October 2025 and have since been remanded for prosecution. The command also noted that the deceased mother was present in court during the proceedings. Commissioner of Police Monday Agbonika extended his condolences to the bereaved family while urging the public to disregard unverified social media reports. He assured that justice will take its full course. From Benin, Jola Diojo, ITV News.
Independent Television and Radio 2025 management team retreat climaxed on Friday with visits to landmark sites and some projects in Okada, owned by the founder of the station and ASIMA of Benin, His Excellency Sir Chief Dr. Gabriel Osawa Igbenedion. The members of the management team, led by the Managing Director, Engineer Elvis Obaseki, were taken on a guided tour of the sites and projects in Okada, the administrative headquarters of Ovia Northeast local government area of Edo State. Loa Femi Farayola has details.
The final day of Independent Television and Radio 2025 Management Team Retreat was memorable because of the visits to landmark sites, including the St. Gabriel the Archangel Catholic Church, Okada, the National Secretariat of Canon Law Society of Nigeria, and other magnificent buildings and ongoing projects. The members of the management team of Independent Television and Radio, led by the Managing Director, Engineer Elvis Obaseki, were received at Igbenedion University Teaching Hospital, Okada, by the CMD, Dr. Yau Abubakar Gagarawa. Other places of interest visited include the massive poultry project, palm oil milling project, ongoing construction of a gigantic hotel, and estate project at Igomo, a nearby community to Okada. The team also visited the family compound of the late parents of the Esama of Benin. The statue of the mother of the Esama of Benin, late Mrs. Okunze, was a beauty to behold. Some management staff, including the Director, Independent Radio, Pastor Dan Omozusi, Head of Station, Independent Radio, Abuja, Mr. Ene Okon, expressed satisfaction with the success of the Independent Television and Radio 2025 Management Team Retreat at the Okunze Hotel and Suites, Okada, Edo State.
As the chairman of the planning committee, I want to sincerely thank all my committee members, management, all the resource persons who came to give us a food for thought lesson on the future of broadcasting, for us to go and digest and implement all we have been taught in this retreat. I want to thank Sachet Dr. Gabriel Osawa Igbenedion, who has given us this platform that God will continue to sustain his life and give it good health. And by extension, also thank His Excellency Chief Dr. Lucky Nosaka Igbenedion and the management of Okunze Hotel, Okada, who has given us their facilities to use for this 1 week retreat.
This retreat at Okada is practical, result-oriented. Every day as we sit, we discuss ideas. They are put in practice immediately, which will further impact on our operational activities in the station.
The retreat was another golden opportunity for us to learn more about the changing trend in the modern day broadcast industry, we're able to identify challenges and to map out a way forward to keep pace with the dynamic broadcast environment.
The management retreat remains a vital opportunity for the management team to collaborate, innovate, and define the future of ITV and radio.
Yes, we are! And so shall it be. Amen.
From Okonze Hotel and Suites, Okada, Oluwafemi Falayola, ITV News.
You're still watching the network news on ITV. Stay tuned for other stories after this time out.
ITV, certainly the best.
Thank you for staying with us. A women advocacy group under the aegis of 100 Women Lobby Group has appealed to the leadership of the Labour Party in Edo State to support the passage and implementation of Reserved Seats Bill for Women, also known as House Bill 1349. The group, which met with the Edo State Labour Party chairman and a former speaker, Edo State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Elizabeth Ativie, harped on the need to increase women participation and representation in the forthcoming 2026 local government elections in Edo State. Donald Amian reports.
It was a strategic advocacy engagement on Friday as members of 100 Women Lobby Group convened on the state secretariat of the Labour Party Ministry to seek stronger political support for female inclusion in elective leadership. Led by the state coordinator and gender advocate Louisa Ikomu Agbonkese, the group presented the appeal to the party chairman, Right Honorable Elizabeth Ativie, urging her to leverage her position as the only female political party leader in the state to champion the adoption and passage of the Reserved Seats Bill for Women, popularly known as House Bill 1349. She explained that despite women being active mobilizers and contributors to electoral processes, representation and appointment position remain significantly low.
Inside a state, the House of Assembly will have 3 reserved seats for women, 3 to run for. Then 1 reserved seat for women in reps, then 1 for Senate.
They appealed that the Labour Party should ensure increased female candidacy ahead of the 2026 Edo State local government elections as part of broader efforts to promote equity and inclusive governance. In her remarks, Labour Party chairman and the former Speaker Edo State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Elizabeth Ativie, commended the women for sustaining their advocacy and acknowledged the growing demand for gender-balanced leadership in the state.
You must come out to contest. If you don't come out to contest, you cannot win. For the civil society member to be going around spending their money, their time, advocating for you. And when it's time, you find only 2 women out. You find only 3 women out. Come out in large numbers. Other countries that have succeeded, the women came out in large numbers.
The group expressed optimism that the passage of the Reserved Seats Bill and increased representation of women at grassroots levels will not only strengthen governance structures, but also deepen democratic participation across Edo State and Nigeria. From Benin, Donald Ehiminyen, ITV News.
Elders and youth of Ovioge community in Ovia Northeast Local Government Area, Edo State, have appealed to His Royal Majesty Awai II, Oba of Benin, and Edo State government to come to their aid and rescue them from one Mr. Monday Ayamehwe, who they accused of threatening the peace of the community. The natives of Oviogi, during a press briefing, alleged that Mr. Ayamehwe has been terrorizing the community since 2017, creating tension and unrest.
According to the Okaigele of the community, Ambassador Sophia Igbinokwo, alongside some elders, Mr. Monday Ayamenkwe, a native of Egbeta community, has since 2017 been instigating unrest and disrupting the peace of Ovioge over claims to lands belonging to the community. They claimed that Mr. Ayamenkwe has continued to lay false claims to land within Ovioge and has resorted to engaging thugs to enforce his claims, acts which have allegedly resulted in the deaths of several residents, including Anodionwere. The community members allege that Mr. Ayamenkwe has bribed some palace chiefs, thereby preventing the matter from being properly reported to the Oba of Benin.
Kekebe ogwa ni ara ba yan bi oge kunre omo no ba la owowo
obe sadu hani ai gbo abupo na ojo ogbo no kaaro obi e na gwa yo sisai gwa particularly gwe e na gwa yo sisai
omo no ba one any cow one more lugwe man bokwe e mote aya mefue kiyen continue ni are boyo yo kere obi egbeta no bi je kofia ore to yin ewo na
Ọba wa nukpo geva kekebe ariobotedo governor Okpewolo we obe omona mode no via Ayamehwe kiyen continue ogwa no regwa go boy otimavegbe.
Mr. Monday Ayamenkwe denied the allegations of bribery, maintaining that the land in question belonged to his late father and he had fought for it and won the case in court.
My father won it in 1986. In 2024, I won the case back. Now, the one they are saying now that I don't know. I don't give money. I don't give bribe.
From Oviori Community, Jola Adeojo, ITV News.
The federal government, in collaboration with the NDDC and IFAD, has launched the 5th Joint Supervision Mission of the Livelihood Improvement Family Enterprise Niger Delta Life ND project in Benin City, Edo State. The mission brought together key stakeholders from the federal government, NDDC, IFAD, and participating states to evaluate the project's progress and impact on rural livelihood. The report filed by Shalom Onwungara is presented by Joaladi Ojo.
National Project Coordinator Engineer Abiodun Sani said the project, now active in 9 states, is building sustainable agri-businesses through training, finance, and market access.
Nigeria as a project operates in 9 states of the Niger Delta region. As the Delta districts of the states is being funded by IFAD with a sum of $60 million, while 3 states is being funded by the Niger Delta Development Commission with a commitment of $30 million.
In her remarks, IFAD Country Director Mrs. Dede Ekowe commended the federal government, NDDC, and Life ND for their collaboration and contributions toward the project's success. Mrs. Adeline Muhibwa, the team lead, gave a presentation of the 5th Supervision Mission Roadmap.
We really appreciate the support of the federal government of Nigeria in this program. Let me tell you, when you see additional financing, you don't know how those ministries have fought for it. It doesn't come just ready. They have to demonstrate that the program will use the funds effectively.
Now, the roadmap, we have already done the technical review meeting. We have already traveled to Benin City. We met with the SPMU yesterday. And today, now, we are launching the mission and reception workshop.
Beneficiaries shared testimonies on how Life ND has helped them build profitable agricultural ventures, improve household incomes, and enhance food security. From Benin, Jola Adeojo, ITV News.
People living with sickle cell anemia have been advised not to see their conditions as death sentences because they can still live impactful lives. This was the advice of medical experts at an interactive session on sickle cell anemia awareness tagged Healthy Futures, Brighter Careers, organized by Faith Aimema Foundation, held at Samsi Hotel, Benin City. Samudeme Usagi has details.
Sickle cell anemia is a genetic blood disorder that affects the shape and function of red blood cells in the body. In creating awareness on the condition, Faith Aimema Foundation at the interactive session with medical experts, advocates and students highlighted the need for a flexible living environment from family and friends to help people living with the disorder improve their lives. Founder, Faith Aimema Foundation, Faith Aimema, asks couples to compulsorily check their genotypes before marriage.
Through the Project 100 Smiles, we reached over 100 children at the command school in Ibadan, giving them books, stationaries.
There was a panel discussion featuring seasoned medical practitioners who shared insights on modern treatment options and sustained support systems for affected individuals.
One of the reasons they have pain is that they do not have enough fluid. So we want to rehydrate them, either by the infusion they are given, you're regulating them, you're making sure that medications are given.
Participants also asked questions on grey areas. The event also featured launch of a book, Healthy Futures in Classroom, by the foundation. Dance presentation by students spice up the event. Some guests and participants described the event as enlightening.
Pray that God will going to sustain her and give her the strength to continue and do greater exploits.
How to help others, especially when they're in crisis, not to stigmatize such person who having this problem.
I have a friend who is actually suffering from this sickle cell, and they taught me on how to help her.
I learned the causes of or what leads to sickle cell diseases, how it comes about, how it affects the patients.
Faith and Wema Foundation is a non-profit dedicated to sickle cell awareness and the empowerment of women, children and youth. From Benin, Osemudame Osage, RTV News.
More stories ahead on the network news. Please stay with us.
ITV, certainly the best.
Thank you so much for staying with us. The funeral rites of late Chief Priest Joseph Kende Ogbidi commenced on Thursday, with a body conveyed from the morgue to his residence in Obazakmo community, Uedo local government area of Edo State. Ikmomusa Ukiagbe reports.
Children and family members of the late Chief Priest Joseph Kende Ogbidi were joined by friends and associates to convey the body from the mortuary.
We are here to carry my late dad to continue his journey for his final rest. He was a great man when he was alive. May his soul rest in perfect peace.
The motorcade accompanying the body made a stopover at the various communities in Iyekogba before Obazagmo community. The body finally arrived at his residence and handed over to the family for continuation of the funeral rites. The children and family appreciated guests for celebrating their late father.
I want to say a very big thank you to everybody that come out to come and join me to lay my dad to rest. God bless.
My father is a great man, a father of all, a father who understands. I'm his PA. I normally call him my junior brother. He called me Iye. He's a father to everyone. He knows when anyone is not okay. He can do everything to see anybody happy. He's somebody we can never forget. I especially. I don't think there is any way I will forget him. If there is a second life, he will also be my father again. And I want to say a big thank you to everyone for coming over to join us to give him the last respect which he deserves.
He is a loving uncle, a caring father, and a father to all. His home is always open to people around. He has always provided support to the people around him. So we say thank you to everybody, the community, friends and well-wishers that came to celebrate with us.
From Benin, Ikmomosa Ugiagbe, ITV News.
Mr. Clement Egiato has been installed as the Okaigele of Erora Oka Useni community. Parson Sogo reports that excited indigents and residents of the community pledged their support for the new Okaigele to enable him succeed.
Introducing the Okaigele to the gathering, the Okao of Eworan and Okao Seni, Pa Isaac Idunyi, represented by Pa Clement Ehigiato, said Mr. Eric Ehigiato has been chosen to function as the Okaigele of the community. He solicited for support and cooperation for the new Okaigele to enable him perform.
Okaigele, we saw Buna. Oh, we made a daddy Ehigiato.
Some elders, who include Pa Solomon Okwarubu, Mrs. Joyce Ojo, and others, also lend their voice to the call for all to cooperate and move the community forward.
Eric Egiato as the Okaigele of Eworan Okauseni. So we are all here happy with him.
We are happy. We are celebrating the inauguration of Eric Egiato for Oka to restore him as an Okaigele. We are so happy. We are not quarreling.
In his response, the new Okaigele, Mr. Eric Ehigiato, promised to do his best to attract development to Eworan Okao Seni community.
We are for peace. We are going to make sure that this community grow higher and higher, more than the way it is now. It's a promise.
For many years, Eworan and Okao Seni had operated as two communities at loggerheads with each other until a High Court judgment of July 30th, 2003 merged them together. From Benin, Pius Nsogo, ITV News.
Fuller Life Helps Initiative, a non-governmental organization in collaboration with Edo State branch of the Nigerian Medical Association, has commenced a 2-day free medical exercise at Ekosodin community in Ugbowo, Benin City. Pius Nsogo reports that residents who took advantage of the exercise to cater for their health needs were full of praises for the organizers.
The exercise, held at the premises of Living for Christ Mission, attracted a large turnout of residents who came out in their numbers to take advantage of the free
healthcare services. Participants received various medical checks, including blood pressure screening, diabetes testing, and malaria diagnosis, as well as free medications. Beneficiaries expressed appreciation to the organizers, describing the initiative as timely and impactful, especially in easing the financial burden of accessing quality health care.
Running the same test, diagnosing a symptom, and finally providing drugs is quite amazing.
I pray that Lord God is going to enrich our pastor to carry on this ministry.
By the grace of God, I believe that after taking these drugs, I'll be okay.
Founder of Fuller Life Health Initiative and senior pastor of Living for Christ Mission, Dr. Dandy Nwogu, alongside his wife, Mrs. Vera Nwogu, said the program is part of their commitment to improving the health and well-being of their immediate community.
The whole idea is to see how to mitigate some of the hardship that we find in our community. Things are difficult with people. People can barely eat, and there are a lot of persons who are ill but cannot take care of themselves.
Whenever we organize a thing like this and you see people trooping in, it really shows people are keen about their health issue and they really want to give attention. It's for 6 years now and God has really been helping us, and I also want to appreciate God for sustenance.
We are targeting prevention and control. It is a lot easier and cheaper to prevent than to start managing.
According to Dr. Nwogu, the organization has over the years remained dedicated to providing humanitarian and health support services to the less privileged, reaffirming its mission to be part of the solution to the healthcare challenges in society. From Benin, Pius Nsogo, ITV News.
Elders of Okoho community in Ovia Northeast Governor of Edo State have placed an immediate ban on the sales of community land, including Oba's land. A statement jointly signed by Pa Adam Sonaiwu, most senior elder in council, Pa Pius Solomon Odige, elder in council, and Okayele Emmanuel Adams, says land in Okoho community is no longer available for sale to individuals, groups, or corporate farmers. The statement explains that any transactions involving Okoho community land are unauthorized and will be considered null and void. It cautioned individuals or groups engaging in land transactions within the community doing so at their own risk will face consequences. The community advised stakeholders, potential buyers, developers, and corporate farmers to refrain from engaging in any dealings in Okoho community to avoid legal implications. We'll go on another break on the network news. Please stay with us. native of Oriozolwa community in Nwonde local government area of Edo State, on Saturday staged a peaceful protest to kick against the former Okayele, Sachet, over what they described as flouting the pronouncement of the Palace of the Oba of Benin, which directs that all parties should wait till further on to the 4th of December 2025 for final decision on the leadership status. Efosa Wangwe has details.
A few days ago, natives of the community were at the palace of the Oba of Benin in response to an invitation for settlement as the issue of the Ojonwere and Okayele has been a bone of contention. However, after addressing the natives, the palace of the Oba of Benin adjourned judgment to December 2025, in addition to a pronouncement that for now, the position of Okayele and others should remain vacant. The protesters said, despite the pronouncement, Mr. Sachet has continued to parade himself as the Okayele. They said because of the peaceful nature of the natives, they decided not to take laws into their hands, but to appeal to their revered father, the Oba of Benin, to warn Mr. Sachet from continuously parading himself as the Okayele, as no Ojonwere has been installed by the palace of the Oba of Benin after the death of the former Ojonwere.
Oba to boy Kariwe, no wise, Ebony, Okayale, Ojonwere, Walao, Wagewa Basse.
Magudo Sase Pave, Ukuna, Pegbo, Many Mata Maise. Or police you
don't trust him. He cannot be Okayele for us over here. So anybody try that business with him, in your risk.
The leaders of the community that has the prerogative to choose their Okayele will come through this medium to beg the palace of the Oba to settle the matter for us.
They said we are overseas for over 18 years, so that they will not elect another person, and of which the both of us we have already become elder in the community.
The natives, who were mostly made up of the elderly, youths and women, displayed placards and marched around the community and beyond. However, attempts to get the reaction of Mr. Sachet on the allegations by the natives of Oriozolwa were unsuccessful, as several calls put across to his mobile phone went unanswered. Sources close to him, however, said nothing of such happened, as the natives are only embarking on blackmail. From Benin, Efosa Wangwe, ITV News.
Management of Okomu Oil Palm Company PLC has rewarded 82 staff who have served the company for between 15, 20 and 25 years. General Mowa, who was at the event, completes the report.
It was a day of joy and celebration for 82 staffs of Okomu Oil Palm Company PLC, who received various gifts awards such as generators, deep freezers, sets of chairs, queens and king size bed, and certificates for their meritorious service in the last 15, 20 and 25 years. The elated awardees, whose joy knew no bound, appreciated Okomu Oil Palm Company for honoring them.
Come on! 5 years. Boy, this is juice now. Wow. No be play.
There's more ahead, and we thank the company.
I want to thank the management for making it possible for everybody to get award.
I'm very, very happy. I want to tell the management thank you very much.
This is a wonderful day among the thousands years. Year 1 to 25 is not for joke.
I lack words to express my happiness. Okomu Oil Company has blessed me with this big generator.
The managing director of the company, Dr. Graham Heifer, urged the awardees to remain dedicated.
Because this is what happens to those who wait. And we are very, very privileged to have people who have 25 years of service here this year, many of them, and we wish that there'll be more. The company is very happy to do this kind of thing for people who last, to stay with the company for many, many years, because that is the loyalty that we really, really appreciate.
A total of 46 senior staff of 25 years received deep freezers, 2 senior staff of 20 years received 5 kVA generators, and 5 senior staff of 25 years received complete sets of chairs, dining tables, king and queen size bed. In the junior category, 9 staff of 20 years received 32 inches plasma television, while 20 staff of 25 years received sets of chairs and dining table. From Okomu Oil Palm Company PLC, Jonah Omowa, ITV News.
In a move to deepen economic ties and create sustainable wealth for Edo State indigenes at home and abroad, Golden Gate Investment has partnered with Edo State Diaspora Agency to host a real estate investment summit in Benin City. The summit, held at Protier Hotel, Central Road in Benin City, it attracted diaspora investors, real estate experts, government officials, all focused on exploring wealth creation through strategic property investments in Edo State. Oluwakbelumi Abioye reports.
Founder of Golden Gate Investment, Mr. Andrew Enofe, a Canada-based real estate expert with over 20 years of experience, said the partnership aims to create trusted and profitable channels for Edo State indigents to invest in Canada through property acquisition and private mortgage funds.
The Golden Gate Investment is here to help. We are here to open doors of global doors of opportunity for investors, building generational wealth, creating legacy. We open doors of opportunity for you and for your family, not just to immigrate to Canada, to have the opportunity to invest in Canada.
Director General, Edo State Diaspora Agency, Dr. Loretta Eduare Ogborooko, commended the initiative, describing it as a smart avenue for diaspora indigents to convert remittance into secure global investment.
Golden Gate Investment, led by Andrew Enofe here, exemplifies all the 3 terms of reference that the governor of Edo State has charged the Edo State Diaspora Agency. We see a partnership, not a charity.
Managing Director, Prince Builders Limited, Mr. Cyril Omorogie, commended the summit's credibility and global focus, while Bishop Benjamin Okodion described it as a divine initiative to open doors for Edo State indigents to international wealth opportunities.
This initiative is something that you need a property in Canada. It's your shop law because they have delivered for several persons in Canada.
He's a man of integrity. When you talk about real estate, he is a voice, if not the biggest, in Toronto, in Canada.
The investment summit is expected to continue in Abuja and Port Harcourt later this year as Golden Gate Investment expands its vision of wealth creation and diaspora engagement across Nigeria. From Benin, Oluwakbelumi Abioye, ITV News.
And a quick look at sports, where Man hits the light, scored an equalizer deep into stoppage time to earn Manchester United a point in a dramatic finale to their Premier League match at Tottenham, which ended in a 2-2 draw. Brian Mbeumo had put United, who finished with 10 men, as striker Benjamin Sesko was injured after the visitors had used all 5 substitutes ahead in the first half, heading home Amad Diallo's precise right wing. And in other games, Everton earned comfortable 2-0 win victory over Fulham, while West Ham sealed 3-2 victory against Burnley. That's the size of a package on the Network News for tonight. A big thank you for watching. I'm Daisy Leo Sikidi. Good night.
ITV, certainly the best.